Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, hold on. Pull my mic. Okay. It's the best I'm going to do. So good. I'm going to be doing our reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also for those of us who don't have any Piscean anything and we're kind of wondering why we're here. You're probably an empath and you're probably needing messages from your soul. Okay. So I think today is going to be a very interesting reading. I asked Soul what this reading was going to be about. And what I was told is the mind cannot control the heart. It really can't. You can't tell yourself to not feel something. You can't tell yourself to not receive people's energy in the way that you do. The mind really serves to help you understand what it is you're feeling, not tell you what to feel. So let's just pull some cards. Let's pull some cards. Let's see where this is going. Hopefully it's going somewhere nice for Piscean empaths. Energy is really funky today. Not bad funky, but just interesting funky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Let's put that there. Get the sail. Put that there. Oh, I better check how much time I actually have. I should have did that before I even went live. All right. Okay. I have time. All right, guys. I already feel something going on in my chest. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like connectivity being reestablished. It's almost like this feeling of someone else's feelings. I guess that makes more sense when I put it that way. It's a feeling of someone else's feelings coming forward. So I'm wondering if this is like maybe a little bit of telepathy going on, feeling, sensing someone else's thoughts, emotions. Is this person good for you, bad for you? Did they hurt you? Did they harm you? Did they make you feel less than? Have they caused you to question yourself for prolonged periods? And I'm kind of wondering if this is a period where you begin to actually reclaim your heart and stop feeling things just on account of someone else is feeling this towards you. I don't know if you realize this, but if you're a true Piscean or a true empath, like your energy, the way you view the world, there's a high likelihood that a large portion of the people you've been attracted to your whole life, you might not have been attracted to them. You might have just been feeling their attraction to you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm pulling the cards face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I kind of just don't need to know in advance what we're going to talk about. I kind of need to just be as surprised as you guys are, because we all know my level of triggering. Let's put this there. Pull this deck. All right. So let us see. Oh. One card fell out. 2 cards. Oh. Okay. Let us get started. Here goes. Very interesting. All right. Princess of Winter, inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic. Information that can help, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. So, I don't know if you guys know about indigos. Okay. Indigos were a wave of souls who incarnated between like the 40s and tail end of the 70s. Okay. They started coming in larger and larger numbers. By the time the 70s ended and the 80s started, there were a good amount of indigos that had already been born. Now, part of the hallmark of being an indigo, mm, you combative as fuck. Indigos are combative, but not unnecessarily. You have to do something that totally disrespects the sovereignty of not just them, but pretty much creation. Okay. They will speak up. They will stand up for other people. Indigos really don't give a shit. I was born an indigo. Yeah, they don't give a shit. They don't care what the consequences are. If you do wrong and they feel in their heart, like their soul is telling them that they have to correct you, whatever the cost, they don't give a shit. Whatever the cost, they will correct you. When the indigos were born, they were basically laying the groundwork for all the other waves of um, elevated souls. Okay. They had to come first so that by the time the other children chose to be born, they'd pretty much be in positions where they can make some sort of change to help the children. Okay. So, with that, I'm wondering if you're the indigo or if, you know, whoever this other person is, because it feels like this is about another person. Heaven forbid Pisceans have, you know, a reading just for them and their growth. It always involves another person. Always involves another person. Let me just drink down some of my salt because I'm. Mm-hmm. It's a dirty tie. Dirty tie latte. Okay. It's a dirty tie, in case you're wondering what I'm drinking. A dirty tie latte. Okay. Pisceans, empaths. We live so much of our lives worrying about other people, worrying about how we affect other people, worrying if our decisions to protect ourselves make it worse for other people. It's time to stop. Just stop. Do what you need. If what you need has nothing to do with intentionally harming others, why is it so bad in your eyes? Um, wow. Wow. Restraining orders have been big um, conversation topics lately. Hmm. Multiple people that I've spoken to, that's kind of been the topic. As a matter of fact, last night I was looking at information, interstate type stuff pertaining to restraining orders. Not for me, but I don't know. I don't know. I might need one too. Shit. I don't know. It's like, hmm, that's just nutty. Not your situation, but this blip about like restraining orders. So let's kind of look at what a restraining order is. It is basically a legal command to stay away, right? That if you come around, there will be ramifications. So I'm wondering if this topic is coming up for Pisceans right now, simply because like people need to face some sort of consequence. They need to. They need to. Excuse me. They need to face some sort of consequence, you know, like for some for some of us, we're not really dealing with someone so like committed to wickedness. There are people who are committed to being wicked to others. Okay, let's just be real here. Let's be real here. There are people, they're typically narcissists. They're committed to just being an absolute thorn in the side of the child of Christ. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And people need to begin having real consequences when it comes to violating your space, when it comes to violating your sovereignty, whatever types of violations, there need to be consequences. And we have to stop with this logic of karma's going to get them. You are their karma. How about that? You are their karma. Did we stop to consider that? Did we stop to consider that? I used to think, I used to really, really, hold on. The backs of my knees are sweating. Let me, hold up, hold up. Let me just get myself positioned properly, okay? The backs of my knees are starting to sweat. This is getting me real riled the fuck up, okay? Okay. I used to think that I was just being so horrible when I refused to allow people to mess with me. Okay. Because I was programmed to believe that, like, oh, why do you always have to be so difficult? Okay. Well, if you're trying to beat me, I kind of need to make it difficult for you. I kind of need to make it difficult for you. When you're trying to convince me that I'm a bad person just because I'm not in alignment with what you're trying to do to me, I'm going to need to be a bad person then. Okay. And even if you can be rebellious like that, which a lot of indigos are extremely rebellious to that type of stuff. My rebelliousness is what fuels my growth. And even though you're rebellious to that, if it happens enough times for long enough, you begin to internalize some of that. It begins to become adopted by you as though it's a true, genuine part of your character. Most people who know me in real life, they will probably tell you that I am very accommodating, very patient. I don't complain. I go out of my way to help people. I don't ever want to inconvenience anyone. I don't talk much. And then there'll be the few, and these are narcissists, okay? To date, there are 2, maybe 3 people who know me in real life and don't have anything good to say about me. Why? Because I made it real fucking hard for you to do bad things to me. Fuck you again. You're never going to get me to comply. Because why? Because fuck you. That's why. That's the only motherfucking reason I need. Fuck you. That's why. You should have picked a weaker Pisces. You should have picked a mainland Asian. The ones in the ocean are fucking rebellious. I'm just saying. For people who are thinking like, oh, let's fetishize Asian women, they're docile. Not this one. I'm sorry. I have Spanish blood in me. I just, sometimes my ancestors' programming comes out and I'm like, I must dominate you. I'm just saying. Pick someone who wasn't fucking interbred with the Spaniards. Those parts of my ancestry don't know boundaries. We don't know boundaries or sovereignty. Don't make that part of me come out. Okay, let me just calm down. Let me drink my filthy Thai latte. These people need to have consequences. These people need to have consequences. I was raised to kind of believe about myself that I'm so difficult. I am this, I am that. I'm none of that shit. I'm none of that. Sorry, mama. I'm none of that. I am not difficult in any way, shape, or form unless you're trying to force me to comply. Comply with what? I don't give a shit. Ask me, reason with me. Ask me to make it easier for everyone else, I will most likely comply. I know how to talk to my children. If I'm going to tell you, you have to go. Oh God, why do I have to go? If I'm going to tell you, hey, do you think you can come? I know you don't want to go, but do you think you can come and go with me to the store because I kind of need your help? Okay, Mom. Yep. Yesterday, I was telling one of my kids, like, hey, come on, let's get going. He didn't want to go nowhere. And I was like, you want me to pick your clothes? You want me to be the one to pick your clothes? Because, I mean, you kind of got to go so you can pick your own clothes. You're kind of at that age already. Unless you want mommy to pick your clothes. I can pick your clothes for you. Oh, no, they came. They came. That's fine. No, they're fine coming now. Yeah. So we have to let people understand the consequences. Like that totally was not a threat to my child. But if you're at an age where you kind of want to establish your own personal style, you kind of need to pick your own clothes. Now, mommy has fabulous style. I mean, I don't look like I do. I promise you. I promise you. Mama can dress herself when she feels like it, which is most days no. Most days it's jammies. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. We have to make decisions for ourselves. And when people try and tell us that our decision is wrong, not because it's harmful to us and we didn't recognize it, but because it makes it inconvenient for them to control you, I need you to channel some of my Spaniard ancestry. I need you to begin acting like you've been marinated in the salt of the Pacific. It's okay for you to get a little salty. It's okay for you to be hella much salty. It's okay. It's okay because sometimes people are getting so rotten, they need to be immersed in your salt to help preserve them. That's how I see it now. You don't want the consequences that I can deliver? Don't fuck with me. I stay in my own lane. I literally stay in my own lane. Okay? I don't fuck with nobody. If you're that type of Piscean or empath, you don't fuck with nobody. Or when people come swerving into your lane, I mean, we can Mad Max up in this bitch. I'm just saying. We want to continue using driving as an analogy. Your girl knows how to drift. Your girl knows how to drift. Yep. I remember being 16 years old, and I don't know why my parents gave me this car because that's obnoxious. That's fucking obnoxious for my first car, but they gave me this car, and I remember taking it's totally like a 90-degree turn. At like 75 miles per hour. And all of the people who were in the car with me, the two people who were in the car with me, they were grabbing onto shit. I'm like, y'all are tripping. Don't worry, I got this. They're like, no, you're going too fast. No, baby boo, we got sports fucking suspension. It'll self-camber. It'll hug the road. Like, they gave me a car that cambers on its own and it will fucking lower and hug the road. Yeah, no, like, it was no biggie. We didn't do any three-wheel motion or any of that. I understand my spiritual vehicle so intimately that I can get through any type of circumstance. It might be difficult. It might challenge me, but I know within my heart and in my mind that I can get through any situation my soul presents me. Do you know yourself that well? I remember for those in Califas, I was on 880. I was maybe 18 at this point, right? I was on 880. We were in Oakland already. And I needed to get into the exit lane to exit 23rd Avenue. If y'all know 880, I'm talking about, that's like a very short exit lane. And this motherfucker would not let me in. You'd never not let me in. Like, I have my signal light on. I'm not trying to cut you off. I have my signal light on. And he would not let me in. I wasn't missing that exit. I was taking my mom to work. I'm not fucking missing that exit. So I gunned it and I swerved into the lane. I let myself in. Now, once you exit, it's a pretty intense turn. And I was going a little fast. My mom was in the car. And she starts screaming my whole legal name. And I'm like, we're fine. Except that we weren't. I popped it on 2 wheels. Yeah, and then she started screaming, and I'm like, stop screaming. All we have to do is not press on the gas or the brakes. Don't worry, we'll go back on all 4 wheels. Which we did. I didn't roll the Suburban, okay? It was fine. And that's when she said, I'm not allowed to drive that car anymore. Hey, do you want me to get you to work on time? Do you want me to get you to work on time? Because I'm not going to pass 23rd Avenue and go all the way the fuck down. And then you're going to tell me, like, oh, you're driving me through the gato. The gato. Like, no, we're exiting 23rd Avenue. And if people don't want to let me in, I will let myself in. Now, I don't drive like that anymore. Okay? I don't drive like that anymore. But I still have that mentality. If I need to be there, I'm going to be there. I don't give a shit what you try. I don't give a shit what you try, because for a quarter mile, I had my blinker on. And this motherfucker was pacing me in my blind spot. Pacing me in my blind spot. If I slow down to try and get behind him, he slows down too. Motherfucker, we can get outlandish up in here. I really don't give a shit. I need to get my mama to work. That's fine. You want to do shit? Like, that's fine, because I'm headed to the trauma center with her. That's fine. I'm not tripping. We heading to the trauma center anyways, to the county hospital. We'll meet you there. Like, no, I'm good. Don't let people fuck with you. Don't let people think that there's no room for you where you need to exist. When your heart tells you that you need to be passionate about something, and then your mind tells you you're not allowed to be, fuck your mind. That's a limited human perception. And yes, humans have a very, very limited perception. We have a finite amount of awareness. Humans are very, very limited in what they think, myself included. A lot of the things that I thought were my absolute truths several years back, after how many different life experiences over the years, I was just so full of shit. I was just so full of shit. Oh my God, girl. Sit down, have some juice, and take a nap. A lot of people think they know everything to know about everything, only to realize after they've had other life experiences, like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I put up with that. I cannot believe that I let people get away with that. Myself included years ago. So if you guys are not aware, I make selenite swords. I stopped for a long time. And while I was making them before, I went ahead and I paid out the ass for patents. I own several patents, okay? And they pertain to the design aspects of my swords. Now, I had motherfuckers who were trying to, like, bank off of me. They were making knockoffs of my swords, copying the design and trying to sell them online. I had the legal right to take legal action. I owned the patent. There was nothing to prove. They knew I owned the patent. And what did I do? Oh, they're just trying to make money. They're just trying to feed themselves and all of this shit that I was fucking trying to convince myself to justify people's poor treatment of me. Did I ever take any legal action? Like an idiot? No. Like an idiot? No. No. It's been enough years. I can now pursue trade dress. You make something that looks like my shit, I don't give a shit what you're going through at this point, because none of those people gave a shit what I was going through. None of those people gave a single shit what I was going through. As a matter of fact, not only were they stealing my intellectual property, which is the design that I registered with the federal government, they were going around telling people that they were the ones who owned it. And I was just being a bitch and I was trying to block them from selling. Really, who owns a patent, though? Because I have videos that show you fucking jocking my shit. I have messages from you asking me about adhesives. Who really, sometimes as Pisceans and empaths, we give people too much slack. We give people too much slack. And you know what happens? It encourages other people to try the same shit. It encourages other malicious people to try the same shit, because if she lets someone get away with it, she's not going to do shit to me. Maybe back then. I am so proud of myself for entering into a new part of my journey where, fuck yeah, I'm going to do shit. I'm going to do plenty of legal shit. I'm going to do plenty of legal shit, because the fact is, Emmie, the human being, with all of her compassion and all of her excuses for horrendous people, is not the same as Emmie evolving the corporation. We're two separate things. Yeah. When you fuck with Emmie evolving the LLC, it's not Emmie, the human being, who's like, oh, you're just having a bad day. It's not the same thing anymore. I don't see it the same thing anymore. No more. You guys have to begin seeing things for what they are. When someone wants to treat you like a commodity, like a product, you need to begin applying actual business logic. You need to begin applying actual business law. You need to make yourself familiar with intellectual property laws, patents, trademarks. Like, I've learned real fucking well. Patents and trademarks. We're doing all of that shit. We're doing all of that. Why? Because I have to begin protecting myself. I can no longer allow myself to give away what I work so hard for. And this doesn't just apply to business. It applies to my personal life. Whatever I work so hard for, whether it's my growth, my perception, whatever it is, I need to be willing to go to full on fucking war over it. Now I am. Yep. Now I am. You might need a process to give yourself that permission, but no, eventually you'll need to give yourself that permission. The mind cannot tell the heart how to feel. When your heart feels disrespected, when your heart feels disregarded, tossed to the wayside, because now you're of no use to someone else, don't let them back in. Remember that. Learn from that. Don't hold a grudge. But believe people when they show you who they really are. Believe them. I've had a couple people like, oh, I love you so much, Emmie. Oh, you're not any use anymore. Oh, yeah, Emmie's a fucking bitch. Oh, let me go back. That person's no use anymore. Let me go back to Emmie. Oh, no. Stay the fuck over there. No. Oh, you love me? That's good. Love me from over there. Get back in that fucking corner. No space for you at this table. Nope. Oh my God, Emmie, that's so selfish. You mean I'm matching your energy? I need to. I need to match your energy. I absolutely need to. Because maybe when you match someone else's energy, that's the only way for them to learn exactly the gravity of their behaviors when it happens to them. Yeah. Yeah. Ten of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. This is such a huge thing. It's making my throat chakra clear. People you can trust. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely. Empaths and Pisces, why do we be treating children, people, like children? Like they're our children. Like it's our job to raise these people who already have parents that probably didn't teach them what they needed to know. Why do we take on that role? And then you're trusting someone who behaves like a child. You're trusting them with your heart, possibly even with your finances, possibly even with, things that they shouldn't be trusted with. Why? There's two people in this world that, like, they're a married couple. And I trust them just implicitly. Is it because I've mothered them and I know who they are? No. It's because I see year after year after year, they've been like parents to me. Before I decide something that's like harsh, before I actually put something into action, I ask myself, what would they think if I did this? Because I'm not going to be able to hide this from them. What would they think if I did this? And would they think that because my behavior, my decision is embarrassing, dishonorable? Or would they be disappointed until they understood why I had to do that? And because they can serve as like surrogate parents for me and help me to regulate myself just because I know they exist and they will witness what I decide. That's a lot of trust that they've earned rightfully. How many people in your life can you say have done that for you? And I'm not saying like, I got this, you don't. No. How many people in your life have been able to serve that function for you? Where just because you know they exist, it helps you to be inspired to be as honorable and good as you possibly can. Or do you primarily have people who exist and it's like, oh, well, I can't do this and I can't do that, even though I need it because these people are going to want something from me? Yeah. Most of us have the second. Where it's like, we have to live out of obligation. We can't do this. We can't do that because someone else is counting on us. We're going to guilt ourselves into our place of compliance and, all this and all that. You don't have to live like that. You don't have to live like that. You don't have to live like that. And this couple that I told you guys about, that I shared about, they never tell me what to do. Never. They're just like, well, well, what do you think? They're not trying to be surrogate parents. That's just how my heart receives them. How safe does that feel to me? Very safe. Very safe. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. And you have to allow yourself to be open to receiving these types of people in your life. When I met them, I was just fuck everybody. I'm not meeting nobody in person. Fuck that shit. I'm done. I don't want to have new friends. I don't want friends, period. Fuck everybody. That was my logic. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've told, and I believe they're aware of that. I was just like, oh, no, I don't want to be friends. And everything worked out in such a way where, yeah, no, I do have to meet you in person. Okay, yeah. Wow. I think I can trust you. Like, why are you being so nice to me? And waiting for the other shoe to drop to the point that I realized, oh, there's no other shoe. They're just good people. They're just good people. Sometimes your life will bring you to these places where you think you need to help and you really don't, and you put yourself there anyways, and then you're treated poorly. And then it causes you to shut down and burn bridges and all of this other stuff that's painful, only to have someone else brought to you by your soul. Someone who's the polar opposite of what you just experienced. And if you're so focused on making everyone into that person who harmed you, you'll miss out on something really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. That's your choice. That's totally your choice. Because I was there. I was like, no, I'm good. No, we're not going. We're not going. Yeah. Yep. I was hell bent on not. Nope. I don't want to. And my husband was totally like, listen, like, you kind of need to. You just kind of need to. Like, we need to get this situation that we're in fixed. Thank God for fuel leaks. I'm just saying. Thank God for fuel leaks. Yeah, it took a very serious situation for me to agree to meet anyone else. That's what it took. I had a fuel leak from Colorado through Arkansas, through Texas. That fuel leak existed for several months. The entire firewall was soaked in fuel. You could smell fuel in the car. And we still drove it, God, probably like 2,000 miles with a fuel leak. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my husband's like, you just kind of need to, because like we kind of need to get this fixed. Yeah. Yep. Well, I was driving it because I was like, I gotta block the fumes from entering my lungs. Yeah, I was driving it. I felt okay driving it. And I swear to God, when we were like in the desert, and it must have been over 100 something degrees, I think it was trying to catch on fire. And I was like, no, bitches, nothing's gonna fucking burn. I need to get this car to where I'm going. And no, there was no fire. I love that old ass car. Yeah, no, it totally listened to me, because it was going to break down in the middle of some fucking national forest. And I was like, no, you will not break. Yeah. And then when it finally broke down, it was like literally across the street from the only gas station for like maybe over 100 miles. Yeah, no, it wasn't the muffler. There was a fuel leak. One of the fuel lines was leaking fuel, and it was like just, yeah. It was leaking fuel. I don't know why it was leaking fuel. I just know you're not fucking killing me in the car in the desert. You need to get me to where I'm going. I don't give a shit if it's unnatural. You're not burning this fucking car in the desert. My work shit is in here. Yeah, so it didn't. We do crazy shit. We do crazy shit. We was it the timing belt that snapped, Daddy? I think it was a timing belt on our RV, and we were in northern Colorado. And I wasn't regulating my energy very well, so I kept killing brand new marine batteries. Yeah, they're God, I think we went through like 7 or 8 brand new fucking batteries for the RV, and I kept breaking it. The alternator, yeah, and then I surged energy one day, and the alternator went out. And then instead of fucking fixing it in northern Colorado, my husband's like, no, we need to go to Vegas. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? So then we had to time our travel. Do you remember that shit?
Alternator belt.
The snapped. Alternator belt snapped.
So we're like, what the hell? Why does it keep dying? So we tried to put the jump pack. The jump pack didn't work. We went through at least 8 to probably 10 batteries. I had to buy chargers. Every stop we have to stop at an RV spot, charge up we can't drive at night because you use more battery. You can't drive at night because the headlights drain the batteries. And then we realized I'm not allowed to sit near the engine until I can figure myself the fuck out. I'm not allowed to sit near the engine. I need to go to the back of the RV while we drive. So yeah, no, we totally drove that shit from northern Colorado all the way to Las Vegas, where we knew this repair guy who was I don't got bad things to say. It's fine. And then when we arrived and they looked at it, all the mechanics were like, how the fuck did you get all the way over here? This should have died. And I was like, no, we're not fucking getting stranded in the middle of nowhere with no phone reception. Are you kidding me? No, I told this bitch, get us all the way to fucking Vegas. No, I don't think so. You're not stranding me somewhere. I'm willing to walk like half a block. Nothing more than that. So another time we were driving our vehicle and it was like 3 a.m. and this was like the pitch black part of the desert. We were trying to get back to Colorado. It was the pitch black part of the desert, like literally no reception. And then I heard something like, and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound good. And everyone was knocked out and I was the only one driving. And I was like, no. We're going all the way. And so we entered into Colorado and I was like, no. You're not breaking shit. There's no reception here still. So we went up mountains and then finally we ended up, this is like, again, the only gas station for a while. And I was like, okay, we should pull over. And I get off the freeway and I make the turn. And right as we get like the front wheel crosses into the driveway for the gas station, I was like, what the fuck was that? Something with, it wasn't an axle. I think it's something with a differential or something like that. So yeah, but at least we like coasted into the gas station. And then the mechanics that we ended up going to, it wasn't the axle. It was something else that connects to the axle. But anyways, they were like, yeah, you guys are so lucky because if you're going like 50 miles per hour when this broke, you would have flipped the car. And I was like, no, we wouldn't, because I don't agree to that shit. So I drove it for maybe another 3 or 4 hours before it finally was like, look, bitch, here's a gas station. I'm done. Well, I'm like, good. You can be done in the gas station parking lot.
Not in the middle of nowhere. I don't fucking think so. So just, life lesson. If you guys travel with me, we're never going to get stuck anywhere because I don't agree to that. We might get stuck in a gas station, but there's snacks and there's potty breaks. Okay? You're safe there. Not in the fucking middle of nowhere with no cell phone reception. I don't agree. I do not consent. No. 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 We're not doing that. Card number 21, the world. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that's now complete. And then doing the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So you're heading towards a spiritually minded community, people who have resonance with you. And when I say spiritually minded community, I'm not necessarily talking about people who use these terms of namaste and, y'all. I hate when people use that term. I hate when people use that term. That is not a new age term. That is an India term. That is an Asian term. Please stop commercializing what is sacred to a people. Stop with the namaste. Okay? Stop with it. Stop with it. Stop with it. And just because my Indian cousins don't complain does not mean I don't have it in me to complain. I'm going to complain right now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop taking their sacredness and making it an aesthetic. That's sacred. Sacred. Okay? And if you're going to tell me well, it's not your place to complain. Okay, they're part of Asia. I'm part of Asia. Okay? Technicality, they my people. Secondly, if you're going to say oh, well, you should leave it up to the Indians to complain. They're still influenced by the British crown. These are people just like my people who were conquered by another people. They were taught not to complain, just like my people. Unfortunately, I wasn't raised in the Philippines. I've learned to speak my mouth. Speak my mouth. I said what I said. I'm not here to keep my mouth shut and not have my feelings and my thoughts not heard. Many people who use those terms don't understand where it comes from and the appropriation that's occurring when they do that. Just because you've used that term in the past does not make you a bad person. But now that you're aware, if you want to continue to benefit from whatever is going on with the old teachings from India, the ancient, the esoteric, the modern Indian people need to benefit from your love. Find somewhere to donate. They are going through quite a bit of stuff. Don't just keep taking from their culture. Show their culture some love. Make it a reciprocal thing. Okay? Celebrate their culture. Don't just take. And then no, it's not, it's New Age. No, it's not New Age. A lot of the things that are taught in New Age come from Vedic texts, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita. A lot. So let's honor what they shared with us by celebrating the entire people. Okay? Celebrating the entire people. And I'm so painfully aware of how disregarded my Indian cousins are. Yep. They don't have the dignity and respect that they deserve. That's not okay. That's not okay. It is not okay. And let me be their voice. It is not okay. As members of spiritual communities, we need to begin celebrating them and the fact that they don't complain about anything. They don't complain about anything. Not okay when we take things from other cultures because it resonates with us and makes us feel more connected to our own divinity. We have to then show our gratitude by celebrating the entirety of the people. That's a show of respect. Like, thank you for sharing with me something that helped me to connect to my divinity further. Thank you. We have to stop doing this to all cultures that are not our own. Because it's not just the Indians we do this to. Okay. A lot of Native Americans have had parts of their culture just totally taken, and manipulated to sound, more aesthetically pleasing. That whole story about the two wolves, it wasn't about feeding the white wolf. When you feed both the wolves, it creates a community. They then work together. They don't have to fight each other. When you feed both your parts, your light and your shadow, they can merge into one. There's not fear of the other taking what's rightfully mine. They can work together synergistically. When you do this with communities, God, the peace that would occur. The peace that would occur. The peace of it. Yeah. There's a lot of racial baiting that occurs to simply keep us destabilized. That if we were to come together, God, we can't be controlled. We cannot be controlled. And when you follow into that narrative that, oh, it's one particular color, it's one particular region. No. It's one particular mindset. And this particular mindset, it's infiltrated all races, all colors, all regions. All. And we've allowed it. We've allowed it because we've allowed people to play with our hearts, our emotions. No, stop it. Stop it. It's time to stop it. It's time to tell the mind, like, we have to see this in a different way. Yes, when you see things that are racially charged, it's going to make you feel some kind of way. I'm not saying ignore that. I'm not saying it's wrong or bad to feel that. I'm saying understand what that feeling is. That feeling is not towards a specific people. That feeling is towards a behavior that was allowed by a mindset. The problem is the mindset. The human mind is very limited. It is limited in what it can process, in everything. It is very limited. And you can't tell me the human mind, like, humans have no limits. Okay, but I'm in physical form, right? Okay, so then my limit is my skin. Humans have no limits. If I don't know how to swim and you toss me into the ocean, I'm limitless. Nah, yeah, bitch, you're limitless at the bottom of the ocean. That whole, like, we can be no, you have limits that you set. When you believe in a limit, it then becomes your limit. It then becomes your limit. So what's the answer to this? Understanding that you're the only one that sets your limits. Doctors told me my physical limit at 26 years old, I would not be able to walk by the end of the year. That I would need total knee replacement for both my knees. Do you know what a total knee replacement is? They cut your femur and they cut your tibia and fibula. They take out the entire knee and they put a mechanical knee in there. Insert it into all the bones. That's your new knee. They told me that at 26 years old. 26 years old. And because I didn't believe that limit, at over 40 years old, I was leg pressing over 500 fucking pounds. 500 pounds. I'm not a tall person. I am not a tall person, and I was nowhere fucking near 500 pounds in weight. But because I didn't have that limitation put into me, like, oh, what's a healthy amount that you should be able to leg press? Double your body weight. That's like quadruple my body weight. You absolutely have limits. And the limits you have are the ones you believe in. Whatever you believe is what becomes your reality. And your heart's trying to tell you. It's trying to tell you something. But society keeps telling you you're not allowed to feel. You're too emotional. Yeah, that's what fucking makes me powerful. That's what makes me powerful. Michael says to show this. Hold on. La 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 la. Bow to your partner. Here. So 248. Hold on. I want to say 50. So this is over 400 pounds if I calculated that properly. I have 8 plates of 45, 2 plates of 25. And that comes out to 410 pounds. This was not at my heaviest. Okay? That was not at my heaviest. Do I look like I should be able to lift that? Those are size 2 pants that I'm wearing. My calves are about the size of someone's forearms. Do I look like I should be able to lift that? I don't give a fuck what I look like. If I don't believe in the limits you set for me, they're not a limit. They're a call to challenge what you said. Yeah. My mind is aligned with my heart. I will do what I feel is right, and you can't stop me. What does that mean? That means I will do whatever the fuck I feel is right, and you can't stop me. I just told you, didn't I? Right? I just told you, didn't I? Did I not? Did I not? My dog is nasty. In the car, like, girl, what are you doing? For like 30 minutes. She was just licking my toes. I'm like, you so nasty. Like, stop licking me. It is mind over matter. It's totally mind over matter. When you let other people dictate things to you, if you don't mind, it don't matter. Satchel. If you don't mind, it don't matter. By way of, are we there yet? Card number 35, conscious connections. Allowing yourself to really connect to what is important to you. For some of us, this has a lot to do with energetic, telepathic type connections. Okay. Not all of us. Not all of us. Who are you having an energetic and telepathic connection to? Hell if I fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know who's watching this. Y'all, if you are watching right now while it is live, please comment so I know who's watching. So I know exactly who I'm addressing. Yes, it's filthy because it has espresso. Yes, it's a dirty tie. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me just. Okay, see? There you guys are. Okay. We have, obviously, Plum Ponds. We have Teresa. We have Moonrock, Sochi, Lisbeth, Javier, Alexandra, Maria, Michelle, Unicorn Fish, Elijah, Kitty Claw. See what I'm saying? I be knowing your names. Ophelia. Okay. Ocean lover. Free to be. Mystic TV. Hello. Okay. Let me calm down. Card number 9. What do you feel? What do you feel? You need to begin basing your logic on how you feel. Okay. I know it sounds illogical to base your logic on feeling. Do you want to continue living the same life you've been living and having the same disappointments repeat with other people? Or do you want to reach a new level of existence? Do you want to open yourself to the potentiality of reaching higher levels of potentiality, higher levels of self actualization? Because in order for you to do that, you have to begin allowing yourself to feel. If all the way up until this point, you have listened to society and its programming about if you allow yourself to feel things, you're emotional and that's weakness, and people, you should be embarrassed. Embarrassed for what? There's a lot of things people tell me I should be embarrassed for, but I'm not. I'm not. Yeah. I told my husband the other day I farted several times. I farted several times on the live stream. It was not intentional. I was trying so hard to show you my peach fuzz. Like, no, you can't see it today. Yeah, I have peach fuzz. I have alopecia, so it's fuzz. It's not actual like regular type body hair. And I was leaning and then I tooted. I tooted like that, and I was like, "Oh no!" I wasn't sure if the mic picked it up, and so I just so I said it. I farted because I did. What? You fart too? Who cares? You fart too. I fart, you fart. That's how the butt works. When there's gas, you fart to release it. It's okay. It's okay. You didn't pick it up, girl. I just had to say it. And I told my husband, like, I didn't know if people heard it in the mic, and I didn't want to just be like, oh, what was that? Like, there's times where I fart really loud in the store. And as a woman, as his wife, I feel like I have the entitlement to quickly turn around and be like, oh my God, you are so nasty. Stop farting. And he's like, that was you. You are so nasty. Okay. What? I have digestive problems. I do. I have digestive problems. And my farts are never quiet. They are never quiet. So the other night, like if you do body work on me, the chances of me like releasing gas, it's very high. So my son was doing body work on me and I was in my bed. It was just so good. That I farted. It was a really big fart. And then I was like, hurry, turn on the fan. And with the way the fan was positioned, if he turns it on, it blows to my husband. It blows to my husband. I feel like that's my thank you gift for the amazing life that he's gifted me. I can't have kefir because I can't have lactose, and I'm not just lactose intolerant. I'm intolerant of caseinate, which is a milk protein. You love it. You love the way it smells. I have a high protein, high cruciferous. I eat a lot of protein and I eat a lot of cruciferous veggies. Wrap your mind around it. With a mask on. Card number 12. Every journey starts with a single step. Start walking. Start walking. I don't care if you're limping, just start walking. Okay. If life has hurt you to the degree that you're limping, limp down the road. It's going to be okay. I promise you. Just keep limping. Just keep limping down. Okay. Don't stay where you are, because then you'll be injured even more. Card number 1, after the storm. So many of us are in a storm right now, a personal storm. And you have to be willing to drive through the storm so you can get through it faster. Not away from the storm, but directly into it. It's time for us to begin choosing to face our lives head on. Just head on. Card number 34, in the world, not of this world. Okay, so you're an alien. Okay? Like, I've said this before, like several years back. I identify not as a starseed, not as any, I identify as a galactic refugee. That's okay. It's okay to be a galactic refugee. It's okay to have, sought out human asylum. It's okay. It's okay. You can still remember your galactic heritage and galactic cultures while being human. Okay? You can assimilate into the human population while still owning and being conscious of your alien shit. Know what I'm saying? Okay, card number 20, softly, softly, the tender touch. Allowing yourself to very softly speak to yourself. I talk to myself often because I need to regulate myself. And sometimes, I will talk to myself in a loud manner, like, girl, because I need to shake myself back into like, well, what's happening? Okay. And then other times, especially when it's really serious, I do use some profanity with myself, like, bitch, what the fuck? And it balances it, because I am using harsher words, but they're being delivered in a soft tone. So it's like, yeah, I'm whispering to myself, but because of the words that were selected, I know, like, okay, this is serious. This is a serious conversation I'm having myself. Like, bitch, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you continuing toxic shit? But if it's not that serious, I will get loud to myself, like, girl, oh my God. Yeah. I think it creates balance. Number 14, going beyond normal. You have to go beyond what you think is normal. It's time. It's time. If you want to reach higher levels of dimensional consciousness, if you want to expand your awareness of what you have reached and become aware of different potentialities that are being presented to you, you're going to have to go beyond what you normally do. And if what you normally do is the bare minimum because someone spiritual told you this is what you're supposed to do, those people are bare minimum. I know that's going to come off as talking shit, because I am talking shit. I'm sick of people like that. I got to be honest. I'm so fucking sick of people like that. People who think they're doing something profound. That's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Okay? You don't have to follow anyone else's lead. You can create your own path. The truth of your spiritual journey is it goes through the wilderness of your mind and your heart. It's not some golden path. In order to have a path, someone has to have gone through that before you. So then that's not your path, because you're the one forging your path as you go. I'm really sick and tired of people who are selling an aesthetic and they're fucking up the way you see yourself. That's not okay. It's not like I'm trying to be right. Like, I really don't care if I'm right or wrong. I'm just going to keep like verbal diarrhea, like shit comes out my mouth. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's serious. And then after a certain period, okay, I need to go to work now. You do whatever with it, whatever you want. If you just want to laugh, if you just want to this, it's really up to you. You're absolutely free to disregard every last thing I said. You can totally come and join me every day when I live stream just for the fucking shits and giggles. just for the shits and that's okay. That's a valid reason to show up. I'm just saying, sometimes your girl just needs you to laugh right along with her, because laughter is how I cope with the fucked up shit in this world. Yes. But I'm so sick and tired of these people who are selling you an aesthetic. They have no idea what they're talking about. Case in point, how many of you have been shamed because you don't meditate? How many of you? How many of you? That you're less than because you don't meditate. I don't meditate for shit. I can't. My ADHD is just like, oh, there's something in the room with you. You got to open your eyes and make sure. Ooh, energy just shot through. Ooh, there's a new harmonic opening. Like, I cannot. But I can lead a bomb as fuck meditation group. Fuck yeah. Dog, I can lead the bombest fucking meditation group you have ever come across. Hands down. Hands down. But you asking me to meditate? To create value for myself? Who the fuck you think you're talking to? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? That first, you think you can tell me what to do. Secondly, you think you know me enough to know what you need to tell me to do. Like, bitch, you only see like 5% of my attitude. You want to see 10%? I'm sure it's going to make you cry. And then I'm not going to feel sorry for fucking laughing, because that shit's laughable. It is laughable for someone to try and approach you and tell you what to do, and they have no idea who you are. You guys need to begin understanding. Matters of the soul are extremely intimate matters. Would you be okay if someone you barely knew began telling you what to do with your vagina or your penis? Would you be okay with that? Because that's what they're doing when they're telling you how to do your spirituality. I'm not even joking. That's what they do. That's what it is. That's the equivalent of it. And what if I were to tell you, okay, ladies, unless you pierce the hood, you just, there's no way that you can connect the currents of your spirituality and your physicality, which is total bullshit. What if I said that to you? What if I said that to you? Would you accept that? Men, what if I told you that there's no way you could be spiritual unless you have a Jacob's ladder? Oh my God, that sounds spiritual. Like, whoa, like the Bible? No, not like the Bible. Look it up. Would that be okay with you? If I was telling you what to do with your most intimate parts? It's not okay. It's not okay. That is like, no. That is, Michelle looked it up. I'm just saying, it's not okay. It's not okay though. It's like a really graphic message, but when we say things in a nice way, do people really hear it? I feel like I've been so conditioned by my life of people not hearing me until I become graphic, until I become combative in my conversations and stuff. Like, no, people don't get to tell you how to live. People don't get to tell you how to live. They don't get to dictate to you how your value will be determined. Does Walmart have like meetings with the public to let you decide what you're going to pay for an item? Can you go to the register and be like, no, I think I'm only going to pay 50 cents for that $30 item? Try that. Try that. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes, okay? Let me know how the fuck that goes. I'm pretty sure it's not going to go the way you're wanting it to go. So if like bottom of the barrel Walmart does not allow that, you're not fucking bottom of the barrel, a Mart store. You're not. And if the bottom of the barrel won't allow it, why do you? Because your mind tells you that this person appears to know more than you, and so you should listen to them. Okay, if you feel like I know more than you, what do you think I know that you don't know? I'm just mouthy. It's what it is. I'm mouthy. It's okay. I know myself. So what exactly do I know more of that you don't know that I have more value than you in your eyes? And be careful what you write, because I'm prepared to be offended. I'm prepared to be offended on your behalf. I'm already offended asking that question. I'm offended on your behalf. No one carries more value than you. It's just we live in societies that try to create hierarchies that are detrimental to anyone beneath you. But really, how do we determine who's above and who's below? What, bank accounts? You realize that's narcissistic behavior, right? That's what narcissists do. You don't get their respect unless you make more than them. And if you make more than them, then they'll kiss your ass. They'll kiss your ass so that they can observe in a very intimate way the way you make the money, so they can make that money like that too. And once they're equal to you, you're no longer valuable. You want to be a narcissist? That's narcissistic behavior. It's narcissistic behavior. So then determine what your worth is. You determine, not someone else. You determine what your worth is and allow people to show you whether they agree or not. And if they don't agree, they can go to somewhere else. There's billions of people in this world. They can go to somewhere else. But I mean, what if it's my spouse? Okay, so when are you getting divorced? When? I'm sorry? I want to come to your divorce party. I'm saying, like, yeah. If my husband didn't already have this mindset that I did not put in there, he already has this mindset of like, I'm the most amazing woman he's ever come across. No, he values me. He really, really values me. I've never had to question whether he values me or not. And that tells me like we're equals. Asking me to be in the presence of someone who makes me feel like I'm not enough and that I have to prove I'm enough. Can you please stop the fucking spiritual Uber? Yeah, I kind of need to get the fuck out the car. Because, like, fuck that shit. I'm not going to be driven all the way to Crazy Town with you. Fuck that. If you don't want to stop the car, I will unlock the door, open it, and throw myself the fuck out of the car. The road rash is worth it. That's how I feel about that. Why do we get in these spiritual Uber rides with people who are trying to bring us to their crazy town? Fuck that shit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You must be kidding me. You got bad jokes, bro. If you kidding, you got bad jokes. You just got bad jokes. No, it's not even funny. Don't be letting people carpool your ass into crazy town. You could do crazy all by yourself. You don't need participants in that shit. You really, really don't. You really, really don't. Don't let people like convince you that's the only place you can exist. No, motherfucker, I'm not going to be your roommate. I don't even want to carpool with you. Like, no. Bring me back to my fucking peaceful village. I will live in my peaceful village by myself and wait for my tribe to arrive. Wait, what? I don't think I've ever seen that commercial, Teresa. So, card number 8, be the hunter, not the hunted. It's time for you to receive the guidance from your soul that you have no problem giving to other people. It's time for you to receive it. How often have you been someone else's, not just sounding board, but advisor? How many times have you personally delivered messages from their soul and they've benefited from that? And it's not that we need to be upset that they benefited from messages from their own soul. It's that we need to understand we need to do some of this shit for ourselves too. For ourselves. We deserve it. Why are your gifts only to benefit other people and never for you? That's a question I'm asking myself. There have been some lovely times because I feel really good when other people feel good. And I'm very electromagnetic, and I affect electronics sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally, right? But I know I affect electronics, and I can't ever bring myself to be the person who allows my gifts to encourage certain outcomes for slot machines. I don't know. I don't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right to me. And instead of trying to convince myself to lose my integrity, you know what I do sometimes? You know what I do? Sometimes I'll walk through a casino, and instead of confining my energy to just me, I let it just overflow and I amplify it. And everyone I walk past wins the jackpot. Next thing you know, the whole casino is screaming, "Holy shit!" Yeah. Be happy. I love it. I feel it. Let me spread some of my energy. May all of us feel the abundance that's rightfully mine. Enjoy it for a moment, and hopefully it inspires you to allow more of your own abundance in. Yeah, I've been fucking known to do that. I'm not intentionally controlling any kind of device, none of that. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just allowing my energy to overflow. May everyone who crosses my path win big and be happy. I'm not greedy like that. I know I'm going to have more than enough abundance. I know that for a fact. I no longer question it. I'm no longer adverse to it. So let everyone win. Hey, the way I see it, casinos win so much every single hour. It's okay for you to win a little bit too. It's okay. I feel like it was destined, because if you weren't in my path when I made the choice to release some of my energy, then you won't win. You won't have that experience with me. And do these people need to know? No. I'm not invading their energetic space. I'm just letting some of that fairy dust waft around. I'm letting it waft around. It's okay for me to enjoy other people succeeding and winning and being happy. It's okay to do that. It's okay. And no, I will not give people lotto numbers. I was under the impression that if you win the lotto, you're cursed. I'm good. I'm not going to give you no fucking lotto numbers. Like, I'm good. No. It's okay for you to receive. It's okay for your gifts to benefit you. It's okay. It's okay. And sometimes when you lose your inhibitions, you lose that sense of obligation to always be without. I distinctly remember this was years ago. me and my mom, it was almost Christmas time. Me and my mom decided to go to, um, I think it was Reno. It was Reno. We decided to go to Reno, and usually she'll give me like some cash and just like that's her payment for me to leave her alone. I've shared this before. So she knew that I loved Wheel of Fortune, so she sat down beside me and we were playing Wheel of Fortune, and I was getting us drinks. And I got tipsy. Too many Midori sours. I got tipsy as fuck. And I totally forgot about this sense of, I need to feel sorry for being so different that I can't allow myself to receive. And by the time I realized what was happening, there were a lot of people surrounding us. It was slot machines. There were a lot of people surrounding us. And we both had hit the jackpot several times. We had spin after spin of the wheel, like nonstop, spin after spin after spin. And I guess I was being too loud and laughing and, just enjoying myself. And then the final spin landed on the $1,000 mark. So I already had several $1,000s of credit because we were playing on dollar slots. And my mom says to me, "You're being too loud," because she's sitting beside me and I'm like, "No, Emmie, no, Emmie, big bucks, spin." And then it stops and it's a spin. She goes, "Shh." So like it starts to spin. I'm like, "No, I don't having big bucks, 500." And then it lands on the 500. And she's like, "You are being too loud." So then security came. Security came and they were watching, and my mom's like, "See, you got us in trouble." He's like, "No more drinks for her. She got us in trouble. She's being too loud. We need to go now." We need to go now. You're so rowdy. So we left, with both of us having won several thousands of dollars. I didn't realize what I was doing at that time. I didn't realize I was affecting the machines at that time. I thought I was predicting shit. I didn't realize any of that. And that was the trip. Oh shit. I think I was I don't want to say the age. I just remember my mom telling me, like, "You look very mature. Don't worry about it." She just needed me to drive her. Oh my God. Carrying forward. No, I believe I was 21. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. I literally don't remember. I want to believe things. I want to believe things. I want to believe things. Stop asking me questions. No. I was 21. I was 21. So what I did, I had already gotten everyone Christmas gifts. And because I won like several thousands of dollars, I went to fucking Nordstrom's the next day and I got everyone like some bougie ass shit. I was like, "Yeah." Because I don't really like to keep money. I don't like money. And so I went and I got like literally all of my family like multiple gifts, and it was fun. It was really fun. I loved it. So card number 16, what you want wants you. If you want to be able to provide for the people you love, you have to allow yourself to receive. Excuse me. You have to allow yourself to receive. If you want a life that's peaceful, you have to allow yourself to receive. And that includes receiving situations that maybe it's not peaceful. Maybe it requires arguments. Maybe it requires conflict. And in living through that conflict and lack of peace, you then begin to give yourself permission to reestablish that peace. Sometimes with force. Okay? You can't really consider yourself peaceful if you're not capable of maintaining that peace on your terms. On your terms. I've had confrontations with people in person. I was definitely a lot younger, a lot feistier, a lot shorter than most of these people. And I've been known to be like, just looking at you. If you want to get closer to me, I'm not going to back away. And if you're getting loud, I'll go like this to your face. You know what this is? Shut your mouth. And people are like, and I'm just looking at you. And then they shut up. Why? Because you've said too much already. This is me holding your etheric lips. Just like that. Snatched your lips. Etheric, not physical. That would be assault if you touch them. Okay? I know penal codes. 10-4? 10-4. I still remember 10 codes too. 17, what's your 20? On my entry 3, I'm etherically clamping on someone's etheric lips right now. We about to go 242 up in this bitch. Please send backup. Yeah, no, true story. 17, what's your 20? I'm right by Claire's Boutiques. We have a male with his female here. She's asking me what my problem is. Please send a few people. I'm about to go 242. They arrive. I'm taking off my duty belt. What the fuck you say to me, bitch? Yeah, I literally got in trouble for that. I got put on probation. Yeah, because she tried to threaten me. And she thought she could because her dad is a cop for the wrong fucking city. And this is private property. When you start making terrorist threats, you're going to fuck me up. That's a terrorist threat. I have a right and an obligation to defend myself. And if I'm not as, flexible and mobile with a duty belt on that weighs like 15 fucking pounds, I'm going to take that duty belt off. And if my pants have to come off along with it, by all means, the pants are coming off. In the middle of the mall. Bitch, don't be telling me you're going to fuck my ass up. We both hella small. We both hella small. That'd be mutual combat. I don't give a shit if your dad's a fucking cop. What? Did I threaten you? Did I say something to you? No. You said something as I was passing by, and I'm like, I'm sorry, because I thought you asked me a question. And then you tell me you're going to fuck my ass up? Bitch, we mutually small. I tell you, though, I'm a lot fucking feistier than you. Yeah. And then her boyfriend leans in. Her dad's a cop. I don't give a fuck. Do you think she's above the fucking law because he's a cop? Does your girlfriend know you got kicked out because you were trying to fucking ask me for my number? You know that? That's why you fucking because you tried to ask me for my number and I fucking kicked you out of the mall and banned you for the day. And then she said she's gonna fuck my ass up. No, bitch. I need to talk to your man. Because the problem's not me. The problem's not me. For my phone number, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that ended. With me, go 242, I'm serious. Code 3, Potential 242 up in this bitch. Yeah. So my coworker arrived with my pants about to be pulled down. At which point, I was fucking bear hugged from the back and fucking lifted into the security room. What are you doing? I'm about to fuck her ass up. Why? You can't pull your pants down in the mall? I sure fucking can. I sure fucking can. I can't be fighting in a duty belt. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I need flexibility. So I got I got in trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble for like, I think, I want to say like it was a month long, because her dad did file a report. Her dad did file a report. So, did I touch her? Did I threaten her? Or did I tell her I was going to defend myself? Look up the fucking radio log. Because I was documenting that shit. Look it up. Look it up. I was telling dispatch exactly what she said. Look it up. That's why I didn't get fired. Put me on probation for a month. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Fire me. I didn't do anything wrong. I have every single fucking right to defend myself. And if someone's going to tell me that they're going to harm me, like bodily harm, I have every fucking reason to take that shit seriously. And then I told my Adam, I was like, why the fuck are you not on my side? When have I ever had any issue with anyone else in the mall? I'm your best fucking employee. I take care of hella shit. Why don't you got my back? And then everyone was like, that's fucking true. So he put me on graveyard shift for a fucking month. Yeah, bitch. He put me on graveyard shift. So he was like, you're too combative. And so he put me on graveyard shift. So I was all by myself in the mall for a fucking month. From 12 a.m. all the way up until 8 or 9 a.m. Alone by myself in the mall. You know that mall is haunted. I'm not even joking. That mall is fucking haunted. There are like these mechanical rides, and they don't move unless you put money in it. Certain times of the night, they would all start moving. I've seen shit like I would have to like patrol and go through corridors, and there's been like footsteps in the corridors, and I'm like, who the fuck is here with me? It was haunted. So most of the time I would just like hang out on the roof because I had the key to get to the roof. And yeah. Or I would take nothing. I would take the car and I would log it in. I log everything in. I would log it in as me needing to get gas, and I would hang out at 7-Eleven. Yeah. I thought it was bullshit that the mall was haunted until I spent a month doing graveyard. Yeah. This is just crazy shit would happen there. There was one time where so they have the security gates for the door for the stores, and it's a metal gate. And I was like, why the fuck is that gate like halfway up? So I go back to the security room and I'm like trying to find the contact info for who's responsible for that store. And I was gone maybe like a minute or two because it was right by the security office. And next thing you know, the gate was closed all the way and it was locked. And I was like, wait, did I just not see that right? And it's right by the food court. And then my hairs all stood up and I turned around and I looked into the food court and I could have sworn I saw a see-through person walking behind the fucking counter at the Mexican restaurant. I was like, I need some gas. I'm going to 7-Eleven. Fuck this shit. I need some gas. Yep. Crazy shit. I was just like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, hotels. Yup. I once went to a hotel and I was sleeping and I had one of my friends with me and we were in the same bed. She was sleeping beside me. And I woke up to her still asleep, but whispering in my ear, we're not safe here. Like in a child's voice. We're not safe here. Everything will burn. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So it's crazy shit. I've had a lot of crazy shit happen to me. It's okay. It's all right. I'm a child of God. That's all I got to say on that. I'm a child of God. It's all good. It's all good. Card number 15, big, bold vision. Big, bold vision. Have a big, bold vision about what you want. Don't settle for the basics of what humans are told they should want. Fuck the big house. Fuck the fancy car. Fuck the bank account. What do you really want out of your life? What do you really, really want from life? If you didn't have to worry about money, if you already had all the material things, what do you want? Do you want to feel internal peace? Do you want to feel loved? Do you want to feel like people respect you? Because oftentimes the things that you really want has nothing to do with material things or money. We just keep being programmed to believe that the only way to have those things is with money. No. No. Oftentimes it takes zero money at all. We just don't realize it. Card number 43, come to life. Allowing yourself to really come alive when you need to. Allowing yourself to breathe and feel the rhythm of your heart's beat. Come to life. Stop trying to paint a sweeter picture than what you're actually living through. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to you to continue to diminish what you are experiencing. Now, case in point, I'm going through something really fucking intense. Do I need to tell myself that it's not as bad as, no, it's bad. It's fucking bad. It's bad. But just because I can be honest with myself and let myself admit things are real fucking bad, that doesn't mean I'm not happy. Just because, depression, anxiety, PTSD exist within me and my experience, that doesn't mean I'm a broken person. It doesn't mean I can't find reasons to laugh and enjoy myself moment to moment. That doesn't mean that I'm incapable of addressing what needs to happen, the corrective measures that need to take place. It doesn't mean anything. It means what I define it as. When I define it as something horrible, that's what it is. When I define it as something just inconvenient, that's what it is. Does that mean I'm broken? No. It means I'm being gifted by my soul an opportunity to really fucking flex. To really fucking flex and correct what needs to be corrected. And I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm making specific decisions to help do that. And am I doing this, I guess, I don't know, for some it might seem like a heavy-handed correction, but am I doing this to get even, to punish? No. Because things need to be corrected. Because I know that I can see clearly any situation before me. I can see the ramifications of decisions that I make. So in these decisions, am I just deciding for myself, or am I making a decision that not just corrects for me what's being done to me, but also helps to further prevent other people from experiencing what I'm experiencing? At which point, am I now obligated to make sure that I follow through what I need to follow through so that I can be where that shit stops. Is that why I had to go through this? Because of all the people who have gone through this at specific people's hands. I'm the only one that has enough fuck you inside of my heart that you're now not going to be able to fuck with anyone else. Because oftentimes that's what happens to me. Oftentimes, by the time someone is brought in front of me, it's because their life needs to really actually change. And I'm the one that's going to be like, do I need to grab you by the shoulders and shake you because you lost your cock ass motherfucking mind thinking you can fucking act this way around people, thinking you can do this kind of shit to people? Do you need to learn in accordance with the way I teach? Or can you teach yourself to fucking regulate your own behaviors? I'm created the way I'm created for a reason. By the time you have done enough to get me to actually react in such a way that will correct the situation, we go in all the way. We go in all the way. And when you can see and be honest with yourself about how much you've let pretty much everyone get away with, and now you're not willing to, there is a reason for that. It's because it's not just going to benefit you. It's not just going to correct the situation you're in. It's that you are being brought to this so you can prevent other people from experiencing this. People who become destroyed by the experience. And some might be like, well, then that's not fair, Emmie. If people are destroyed by this, why do you have to be the one to do it? Because I'm a fucking phoenix. I'm a phoenix. Not a romantic kind. I'm talking about the real deal. Let it all motherfucking burn. And watch me as I rise. And maybe that's what you are in your environment. Maybe you're the phoenix of your area. And maybe you're the one that is strong enough to go through whatever needs to be gone through in order to really establish an appropriate type of correction that can last long term. This is not about punishing someone. When people have done wrong to you and your goal is to punish, what makes you different than them? They feel entitled to certain things from you. And now you're reflecting that by feeling entitled to their suffering because they made you suffer. What makes you different from them? Nothing. Nothing. So then what's the answer? Ask your heart. Ask your heart, align your brain with your heart so that you can begin to understand what it is your heart is telling you to do. Are you brought to this situation and interaction so that you can advocate for other people? Are you the wrecking ball that their soul has asked creation to send? Because now you need to tear down this false fucking creation just by existing. Are wrecking balls bad? No. They just exist. And then they're used the way they were designed to be used. Are you a wrecking ball? Are you a wrecking ball? So wrecking balls carry more weight than other balls, right? What else carries more weight than other balls? It's a ball as well. Oh, a medicine ball. Why am I bringing up medicine balls? Well, because the medicine ball carries more weight, it can facilitate the breakdown of muscle tissue in order to achieve hypertrophy. Because the wrecking ball carries more weight, it can help to wreck that building so we can erect a new one that's more in alignment with what that space needs to be. So maybe you need to recognize that you're a wrecking ball. that it's okay to be a wrecking ball because you're not actually taking pleasure in deconstructing things that have been condemned. Mhm. Sometimes people's behaviors are condemned, and um, that's why they're brought to you, because you were designed to be strong enough to be that fucking wrecking ball. Do you have to be ashamed for serving your purpose? And when it's your purpose, it's not some bright ass idea that you're having, I'm gonna show you. No, that's vindictiveness. That's vindictiveness. When you can have this mindset of like, listen, I don't want none of this shit. Okay, okay, you brought more. Okay, now I gotta react. I gotta respond, whatever it is. Maybe that's enough. Oh, no, now you brought more. They are continuing to choose to escalate shit. And don't you back down if you are a wrecking ball. The more they try and swing you one way, that creates much more momentum for when you fucking thwack them. Just thwack them. At some point, they got to let go because it becomes too heavy. Dealing with you becomes too heavy. And it's at that point of release where they think they fucked with you enough and they let go because they think now you're destroyed. Now you're misaligned. No, bitch, you just added to the momentum. You see how that works? You see how that works? It's not you creating movement. It's someone outside of you thinking they can turn you into something else and trying to change your positioning. And that's what loads the charge. Yep. Yep. Causation and effect. They choose the causation and you are the effect. Do you have to be sorry about that? When all they did was choose and choose and choose. And now, I mean, all of that energy is loaded up. It's all loaded up. So I gave myself my own answer to the question I was asking in my head last night. Mm-hmm. I think my new theme song for my life in this period. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never swung so hard at fools. You tried to wreck me. You tried to wreck me. Hey, no, you definitely don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for being forced into taking the corrective actions to ensure your peace. You have to fight for your peace. If someone will not allow you to exist in peace, they need to learn. You don't need their permission to be peaceful. And if they're going to continue to exist in the same space that you exist within and they're trying to fuck with your peace, no. No. So, card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. Dream a beautiful dream and allow yourself to bring that dream into fruition in your everyday real life. Okay. I mean, you can even be naked on that wrecking ball. Miley Cyrus was. You can smile. You can lick the chain. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. You know, I don't know that I would be naked because I'm pretty sure I would shave. And with the amount of moisturizer I use, I might swing off the ball. I'm just saying, you know? Yeah, but it's up to you. Change. Card number 5, change sigil. It's time for you to allow the changes that you need in order to live a different life. If you're going to allow the same old shit over and over and over, then you're going to have the same old shit. I mean, it's pretty common sense, right? If you're going to allow the same type of logic that excuses away people's behaviors, then you're going to have the same thing. You're going to have the same thing happening over and over and over. Well, Ophelia, how do you get someone to leave you alone when it's all telepathic? You go and take my etheric defense course. And that's where I will teach you things like that. Card number 36, the trap. There's a real potentiality that someone is trying to trap you into whatever outcome they want. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do about that? I had someone try and trap me into an outcome that when I sat and I thought about it and I looked at it from different angles, no, I'm not going to fucking agree to that. If I agree to that, yeah, it gets you out of my hair, but also it creates a situation where I am low key admitting that I did something fraudulent. Fuck that. I didn't do no fucking fraudulent shit. I'm not settling for nothing. No, I don't fucking think so. Don't allow them to trap you into shit just because then you don't have to deal with them. I will fucking deal with you as long as I need to fucking deal with you. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. Nope. Nope. I'm not giving shit away. Nope. I'm not letting you get away with this shit. Nope. You're not going to shut me up. You're not going to do none of that shit. I refuse. I will not sign on the dotted line. Fuck that. Oh, but then you got to deal with them. Fine. That means they got to deal with me too. That's perfectly fucking fine with me. I got to deal with you. Okay, you got to deal with me too. I'm not like your usual victim. I talk and slap back. Yeah. Yeah. And when I go ahead and think about it, oh, you probably more fucking stressed out and worried than I am because I actually have truth on my fucking side. I actually have fucking truth on my side. See, when you're dealing with someone who continues to not understand the ramifications of their denial being a fucking flat out lie, it's okay. You have nothing to be scared of. You might be stressed out. That's fine. That's okay. You'll learn how to mitigate stress. But when someone has taken shit so fucking far with you, no. No. No more. No more. Nope. You need me to agree to shit? Nope, I will not. I will continue to look at whatever is presented as a solution. And if it does not solve what I need to be solved, I'm not agreeing to shit. I am not willing to give up concessions for blah, blah, blah. No. Anything short of the fucking truth and what I know I am due, legally speaking, fuck you. Hire several more lawyers. I know I'm operating within my actual rights. Hire several more. I'm not fucking scared. Hire several more. I have looked at everything from so many different angles. I'm solid in my truth. I have not wavered in that truth. And in order to be solid in your truth, you have to be willing to see that truth from so many different angles. Some of these angles are very difficult to look at. Some are just really, really painful to see. That's okay. That pain is teaching me something. I will learn that lesson in due time. because someone is threatening me, not because there's, threat of legal action. Fuck you. What to learn and when to learn it. No. And you need to be existing with that level of conviction. If you are telling the truth for everything, tell the truth for everything, first off. If you are telling the truth for everything, what do you have to be afraid of? What do you have to be afraid of? A specific individual accused me of libel. Hey, you got that beep beep on hold? Fire alarms are going off. Where are you? Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. What is that? All right. So, whew. There's no fire, no smoke, nothing's lit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Anyways, so yeah. If you know you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. And that's fine. Are you hearing the beeps outside my place? Oh no. I think my energy is a little like whew. And I set off the fire alarm in several bedrooms and all over the house. All the alarms went off. I come out of the room to see my child like, what is this? With his pillow. And I was like, did you light something? He goes, no, nothing's on. Stove's not on. No candles are lit. No smudges burning. Whew, whew. No, I really mean business. When someone continues to repeatedly accuse me of fucking fraudulent fucking behavior, fuck you. You're really gonna fucking learn. You're really gonna fucking learn. You picked the wrong Filipino. I know you're afraid. I know you watch my videos and you're afraid. You should be. You picked the wrong one to try and victimize. You picked the wrong fucking one. Mm-hmm. Wrong one. And unfortunately, I finally reached a point in my life. I'm not letting shit slide. Oh, by the way, you guys, I'll be live later on today to auction off pieces from my personal crystal collection to help fund my legal war. Someone attempted to do some really fucked off shit to me and my whole fucking family. really fucked off shit and attempted to deny me my right to invoke Civil Code 1946.7. Didn't think I was smart. Yeah. California Civil Code 1946.7 protects me. I am part of a classified group and I have legal protection. Yo. None of the lawyers that I spoke with thought that was an option because they didn't know the gravity of what the fuck I was dealing with. When you don't know what you are legally entitled to as a form of legal protection, it allows for people to fuck with you further. No. I will explore every single motherfucking civil code that applies to me. And then I will ask my legal counsel, does this apply to me? I don't want to hear buts. It's either yes or no. Does this apply to me? If this applies to me, I'm invoking it. Because I'm done with people fucking with me. Nice Emmie is gone. Karmic Emmie is here. There's no karma to dish out if you don't load that shit. See, that's the thing. I'm nothing but the oven that bakes the karmic bread. You are the chef, putting all the ingredients, kneading that dough, placing it in the oven. Don't be fucking mad when the oven bakes the bread. People lost their caca-ass motherfucking minds. People lost their caca-ass motherfucking minds, and you don't got to deal with no more of that shit. No more. No more. Look into your civil codes if people are fucking with you. I sure did. I sure did. When you feel and behave as though there's absolutely no legal recourse for what the fuck you're doing, the horrendous shit that you are fucking doing, I don't know who advised you. I don't know who advised you. I don't think your brain works proper. And then to come at me like later on, like way later, I'm going to start keeping a file on you. Good. I've had a file on you since day one. Yeah, no, you made me feel that unsafe from day one. I kept a file from the moment there was contact and you were inappropriate. There's been a file. There's been a file. Stored in multiple storage devices as well as multiple clouds. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it because I'm paranoid or is it because my soul already told me through intuitive urges? I listened to my heart. My heart said, you're not safe. Okay, but I don't have options. It's okay. Start keeping track now before you even arrive. Keep track now. When you have a bad feeling about someone and you have to interact because you have no other options, first and foremost, never have a private conversation. Any conversations have to be on speakerphone with other people to witness what is being said. Secondly, never be physically alone with them. Always have someone with you to witness what is being done. You can still continue to believe the world is a beautiful place. I still believe that. It is a beautiful place with some monsters who hide in the bushes. Look into your civil code, Elijah. If you've made several attempts to file the proper legal things, you need to begin considering that your right to quiet enjoyment of the property is being breached. You need to begin considering if whether or not safe inhabitation, inhabitable property is being maintained. If it's not habitable, there are very real legal ramifications. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It doesn't matter what state you're in. There are very basic laws that exist to minimize someone else's ability to harm you. Did you know there is a stipulation in civil code that prevents someone from utilizing existing civil code to harass you, to intimidate you, to violate your exclusive use of a property? I do. Now I do. There are only specific reasons for someone to enter the property. Very specific reasons. Sometimes people want to enter your space in order to pollute it, with their toxicity. Will you let them? Okay, Michael says to say this out loud. 11, 22, 86, 1, 146, 418, 142. And says to say it again. 11, 22, 86, 1, 146, 418, 142. 111, 13, 7. 111, 13, 7. 111. Shit. 111, 13, 7. 11, 22, 86, 111, 13, 7. 11, 22, 86, 111, 13, 7. Completion. Using that sacred moon energy, feminine energy. That means whatever stands before you to harm you, you will smite. Confirmation, just like the fire alarms. The true power of a phoenix is she's willing to allow everything to be destroyed before she actually rises. One of the most powerful things about me, highly adaptable. Highly adaptable. I will not stay down. Highly adaptable, highly sensitive, and highly observant of my environment. I'm the worst fucking kind of opponent you can have. Literally. The worst kind of fucking opponent you can have. For every decision and every potentiality, I can follow that string. Every single string leads to my success. Every single string leads to your correction. All of it. I don't engage people to fuck with people. I don't engage people out of vindictiveness to retaliate. I've never been one to retaliate. This is not about vindictiveness. This is not about retaliation. This is about fucking correction all the way to the core. If everything you've built your life around has been based on a crooked as fuck lie, that's a house of cards. And I'm that torch. Keep gassing me. Keep gassing me. Without that gas, can't burn anything. Keep gassing me. everything works out the way it should. Probably would have been better if this person had done it to me in a different state. I'm originally from California. I'm not a lawyer, but boy, oh boy, I'm so familiar with California law. You probably should have done it to me in a different state. You're bound by the Civil Code of California. Satisfaction of it. The satisfaction of it, you know? That's probably the only state that I have the most solid footing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, all places, Sacramento. I'm just fucking saying, bruh. I'm not saying this cocky. I'm just fucking like, are people really that fucking stupid? Are people really that fucking stupid? Is it stupidity? Or is it because you've gotten away with doing nasty, horrible, horrendous things to so many people that you think you really can get away with everything? I know you thought I was weak. I know you did. It's okay. I'm akin to a Sigma INFJ. I let you think that. I let you think you have an advantage over me. Just because I didn't want to deal with it. I let you think that. My apologies for letting you see the part of me that allowed you to think that my vulnerability is weakness. It's not. It's not. I have so many different fractals of myself. Vulnerability is only one part, and it's probably the most powerful part because it's a part that causes people who are malicious and malignant to think that they are so powerful that they can actually harm you. Unfortunately, you didn't know about a Sigma. I'm not an alpha. See, you misunderstood. You thought I was an alpha and you thought you could dominate me because you're an alpha. No, I'm a Sigma. I don't give a shit about your expectations. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. If you want to be a bozo, I'll give you the bozo nose. As my brother posted, you want to play stupid games, you'll win stupid prizes. Yeah. See, that's the thing. When it was just all focused on me, you know, harming me, hunting me, I was tolerating that. Should have never fucked with my sibling. Should have never fucked with my sibling. Yeah. Unfortunately for you. Unfortunately for you. And the beautiful thing about this is like, I've been so hesitant to like really fully embrace the fact that my bloodline is a bruja bloodline. And I've been very, very hesitant for quite a few years to accept, much less admit publicly, part of my lineage. Not in this life. In previous lives was Haitian. Haitian. Very familiar with their work. You got it fucked up. You got it fucked up. Yeah, you did. You misunderstood. The reason I can be so passive in person is because I'm fearless. The reason other people's black magic shit just does not, I really don't give a fuck. Why? Have you ever tried to fucking negate Haitian black magic? I shouldn't have laughed. I shouldn't have laughed. My Haitian people, my once ancestors. That's the kind of magic you don't want to fuck with. And I don't got to do shit. I don't have to do any of the old practices. I just don't. Because the moment shit was tried, you best believe my Haitian ancestors stood the fuck up. All they had to do was see me cry. It's a beautiful thing about so many of my lives, my ancestors still walk with me. They still walk with me. They still protect me. There's a reason I don't have armor. I was talking to someone yesterday and I'm like, yeah, I'd be getting so fucking jealous. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I can't control my energy. Every once in a while, I'll have these thoughts of, why the fuck do I not have armor?
What the hell is that?
I'm sorry, I can't control my energy.
What the frick?
Nothing's on fire, right? No smoke, no nothing, no candles, nothing. No crazy scent. I know it's my energy. It's detecting the heat because it does the heat and the smoke, and I'm heated.
They're just like, what the fuck is this? This
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't do armor. I don't do any of that shit. I don't practice shielding or anything. Why? Because all of my ancestors from every single life walks with me. I've lived many lives serving humanity. I've been to many galactic wars. I've been part of many human wars. I've been part of the rise and fall of dynasties and empires. All of that walks with me. That's why I don't meditate. I don't do energy work on myself. Do you know how many lines of shamans walk with me from so many different continents? I'm not afraid. I just had to go through my process to stop blocking all of that. Because that was the problem. I was blocking it because I had to be sorry for being so different. I'm not sorry anymore. I'm so fucking far from being sorry. I'm different. It's okay. It's okay. Some things will be allowed, and that's to bring my attention to the things I need to pay attention to. Not because I'm really truly going to be harmed. I'm coming to terms with this. I'm really coming to terms with this. I'm really in the process of coming to terms with it. I've been made aware of the smell of blood for the past week. I know someone's doing blood sacrifices to try and harm me. Weak ass bitch. You're fucking weak. You're weak. And all you did was wake up my Haitian ancestors. Good luck with that shit. They're pretty fucking pissed. They are pretty fucking pissed. And I just don't give a shit enough to tell them to not do anything. Please do what you feel is right for my defense. And if it must be heavy-handed, I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that too. I used to go through this thing where I would convince myself that I need to speak on behalf of the people who are harming me. No, don't do anything. No, please don't. I don't want them. No, please don't. Yeah. There's been plenty of times where my counterpart, the higher self, fucking savage, someone will be trying to harm me and I'll get in the way. Like, no, don't harm them. They can't defend against you. Don't be mean. Now, baby boo, do what you do. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. You want to do that? That tells me you love me. Thank you. Thank you for taking care of me even when I don't ask. Let yourself get to that point in your journey. Thank your ancestors for taking care of you without you even asking. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do anything outside of no longer blocking my ancestors and counterpart from rightfully defending me, from continuing to love me to the degree that they would defend me without question, without request. Do you know you're that loved as well? Do you know that you are that loved as well? Because you are. You are that loved. And the people who are brought to you who are malignant and malicious, they help to trigger the accretion, the accelerated frequency accretion that takes you to the higher levels of understanding, of knowing, of acceptance. Well, I used to tell myself that, Ophelia. They don't know any better. And now I've grown to the degree that I tell myself they don't know any better and my ancestors will teach them. Maharlika. It's rumored one of the entries to Lemuria is in the Philippines. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you this. My eyes are dark as fuck. They're almost black. One of my ancestors who was still alive when I was a child, her eyes were violet, purple. It's rumored that as some of the Lemurians interbred with Filipino people, the ones who carried their children had purple eyes. I'm just saying. Mitochondria. Mother to child, mother to child. This is on my mother's line. This is embedded in my mitochondria. And it's okay for me to begin sharing some of this stuff publicly. What we are told by spiritual circles is that Lemuria is extremely peaceful. Why? Because they have the capability of such destruction that if you try to disturb their peace when they've had enough, you'll no longer exist. Quite literally. Tell me again about Atlantis? Where the fuck is that? I don't know. wherever the Lemurians said they need to be. Yeah. Yep. Now, I'm not saying that I'm untouchable and I could do whatever the fuck I want. There's no ramifications for that. I'm saying there's a reason why I'm not afraid to walk on my proper path and stay in my proper place. I don't have to worry about people fucking with me when I'm doing what my soul is telling me to do. I don't fuck with people. That's just never been who I am. I just don't. I don't. I used to think it was weakness. It's because on some level, I'm aware of just how fucking powerful I actually am. Like, I know I'm powerful, but how powerful? I don't know. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? As long as I'm able to do the work that I'm able to do and live with integrity and show up for the people I need to show up for and be the voice for the people who have no voice, does it really fucking matter where I fall on that scale? Not really. As long as I'm able and willing to retrieve the abilities and the knowing that I need for whatever job I need to do, who fucking cares? Who cares? I know who cares. The people who want to challenge you. The people who want to use you as a benchmark to see how strong they are. And let me tell you right now, you're fucking weak. You're weak. I hate to hurt your feelings with the truth, because the truly powerful will not use me as a benchmark. They'll see an equal you don't fuck with. That's how it works. That's how it works. You're a lion cub swatting at the lioness. Does she need to attack you? Or does she hold you down with one paw, unbothered by your bullshit while you scream? I saw this video on TikTok the other day. It was two, I don't know if they're like teenagers, early 20s. It was security footage on someone's house, and they run up to a guy in the street. One comes running with a gun in the guy's face, right? And the guy's like, and then I'm not too sure what happened, but I think he pulled the gun away and then he chucked it. And then he went and picked up the he picked up the one dude that had the gun in his face, and he legit like, bam! Yes! Yeah. Ooh, he slammed it real fucking hard. He put effort in that shit like he was fucking chopping wood. He slammed him. And then I think he started punching him. And no, I think he just held him down. I'm not sure. I just remember hearing what sounded like the squeals of a pig coming out from the guy that was on the ground. And his friend was like, yeah, it's kind of like that. Did you see that video? Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? And then, like, I didn't need to see it again, but I was like, oh my fucking God, he sounds like a pig. I'm just saying. Y'all need to hear this shit. I don't know if I like downloaded the video. Let me see. I see. Okay, let's see. Hum, 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 hum. Oh, y'all need to hear this too. Hold on. Hold the phone. I don't think I downloaded it. But I want you guys to hear this video. Because I don't know. I feel like. So it's just this image, right? It's that image. And let me hold on.
You leave your car. This video is for all the peasants. So please, when you leave your car, open your door gently, like this. And then watch the car next to you. And then gently bring your feet outside. So you're not going to hit the car next to you. So don't just go and open your door like this, like a peasant. Because you are going to hit the car next to you, and then you are going to create a ding, and you are going to say, sorry.
Don't open your car door like a peasant, because you're gonna hit the other car and create a ding, and then you're gonna be like, sorry. Oh my fucking god, that's one of my favorite videos. I don't know where the other video went. I don't think I saved it. I don't want to look for it. But he sounded like a pig at slaughter. I was like, what the fuck? I was wondering if it was a voiceover. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. So here, galactic assistance. For those of us that need this message, your ancestors of the galactic nature are coming to assist you. There have been too many attempts to try and trap you into things that will not allow change. No, creation is not having any more of that. Just not having any more of that. No. It's time for change. You need a new type of life, a new experience, a new level of happiness, satisfaction. If you're someone that never harms other people, then yes, it's time. And be honest with yourself, because you can try and convince yourself all you want that what I'm saying right now applies to you. But if you've been harmful and malicious to other people, it absolutely will not apply to you. And you'll continue to live the effects of what you've done to others. That is the harsh reality of it. People can try and use my words as much as they want to justify their behaviors that are intentionally malicious and malignant to others. You can lie to yourself the way you lie to other people. That's okay with me. It is okay with me. I'm not going to censor or any of that, the messages that other people are needing to receive, just because you are malignant and will use what I say to justify your behaviors. No. You're going to get what's rightfully yours. What is rightfully yours? Is that a threat? No, it's a declaration of fact. It's a declaration of fact. All the ugly that you send out into the world eventually has to come back home. You're home. See that? Congratulations. You played yourself. A quote from DJ Khaled. Congratulations. You played yourself. If you've never been intentionally hurtful, harmful, malignant, malicious to other people, you absolutely have nothing to worry about. And the people who have, you know damn fucking well what you've done to other people. You know damn fucking well what you've done to other people. I don't give a shit if you feel attacked. The reason you feel attacked is because you feel your truth and your actions wrapping around your puny ass fucking throat. Got nothing to do with me. Got nothing to do with me. Yep. I am well aware that there are those who watch my videos to help justify their hurting and harming other people. Fuck you. Okay. Card number 14, natural endings. It's about allowing things to naturally end the way they are meant to. For some of you, that means amplifying, taking things to a whole nother level before it ends. I distinctly remember there's this one thing, okay? There was someone who existed, Shaka Zulu. He was the one that brought together, huge amounts of people and created a huge tribe. He was a little bit crazy, a little bit violent. Some speculate he had schizophrenia, whatever. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what his mom allegedly taught him. if you are going to go for an enemy, go for them in such a way that they can never rise back up. No half-ass. No half-ass. If you are to engage, it has to be all the way. If you are to fight for your right, for your peace, it has to be all the way. All the way. Not creating situations that you could like, oh yeah, no. All the way to the end of that natural boundary. All the way. Your soul will let you know when you've hit that boundary. All the way. Do not stop just because they've momentarily paused. Go all the fucking way. All the fucking way. Joe, no, I don't have an OnlyFans, but I heard your mom does. She does real good too. Card number 51, shedding cycle. Allowing yourself to shed all of the bullshit that people are trying to get you to believe about yourself, all the limitations, all of that. Yeah. And you guys, please support Joe's mom. She has rent due. She has an OnlyFans. What? Joe's mom needs to pay rent soon. It's the end of the month. And she's on OnlyFans like rent is due. So card number 49, self-acceptance. Allowing yourself to accept the parts of you that need to be accepted. Stop looking at yourself like there are parts of you that are ugly and that you need to be ashamed of those parts, you know, all of that stuff. See, look at Joe. He ain't ashamed of the fact that his mom has an OnlyFans. You know, I mean, I'm sure Joe was asking because he cares enough to make sure that I can make rent. And he was probably going to lovingly suggest that I create an OnlyFans so I can be just as financially secure as his mom. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Card number 44, renewal. Allowing yourself to be renewed. But before you can be renewed, you have to first allow the purging and removal of, you know, whatever it is. You have to allow it to be removed, all the toxicity. Okay? All the toxicity. Yeah, Ocean Lover. I mean, I don't know if you can still go to Joe M's profile or channel here on YouTube. But you know, maybe he has information like a email address, and you can ask him if his mom does workshops to teach people how to succeed on OnlyFans. Card number 32, ancestral magic. Your ancestors are coming back to defend you, to protect you. Galactic and human. Okay? Galactic and human. Galactic and human. Allow it. Allow it. Just really allow it. Everything you're going through is helping with your process of awakening. Okay? You're going through this transition, and the transition has to do with being a mind-based type of perception and an intuition-based type of perception. It's okay for you to live with higher levels of intuition. That will make people feel as though you're dangerous because now they can't get over on you. Can we get Joe on the show? Are you one of my kids? Barry's the name of their skeleton. What? Is that you, Barry? Hold up. Hold up. Hey, Daddy, could you please bring Barry here? Barry wants to be heard. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Barry. Bye. Hold on, Barry. We'll bring you on. Un momento, por favor. Today is just, the energy is amazing. It's amazing for transformation and just really holding your truth and standing your ground and matching energy. 1 second. I'm going to bring Barry on because he wants to be seen. 1 second. La 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 la. Bow to your partner. La 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 la. Here comes Barry.
I have to put his jaw back together.
Because Barry been talking too much shit is what it is. Hold on. Barry, sit down, Barry. Why are you being hella rowdy? Hold up. Barry, calm down, Barry. Barry, okay. What did you want to say? You, Joe? He's a fucking goonie. He's a fucking goonie. You see his pants? Barry is a fucking goonie. Yeah, Barry. Are you satisfied? Because I kind of need to, like, the final card. Is it okay with you? Okay with you? Okay. Just, we got Barry over here sitting like he's from Asia. He's doing the Asian squat. It's okay, Barry. He kicked me in the head. Barry, I'm going to need you to, like, he's just, okay. You want to stay right here? All right. Come on now. You thought I was fucking around, Barry? I wasn't. I told you I'd bring you on. All right. So, it's literally Barry. Yeah. You fucking goonie. Hold on. Barry, put your leg out. You're going to fall over. All right. Anyways, you need to say something? You're funny, Barry. Oh my God. Did you hear what he said? He said, fuck Joe. Oh, Barry. Oh my God. He said, fuck Barry. No, I'm sorry, Barry. Fuck Joe. Oh, Lord. You think Joe's mom does workshops on how to be successful on OnlyFans? I don't know. She might be greedy. She might not want anyone else to succeed. Yeah. Joe's mom's a different breed than us, Barry. We celebrate people's success. I don't think Joe and his mom do that. So, all right. Here goes. All right. Okay. Y'all thought you could fucking come on here and troll a motherfucking troll? Please. Card number 13, arise. Wings of hope languish from lack of use. When wings dissipate and weaken, life begins to lose its value. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. Your life is meant to confront everything that holds you captive. Don't sit at the bottom of a well, not caring about salvation. Listen to the voice within calling to you. Reach for eminence beyond your own maturity. I dance before you in sacred spectacle, hoping to garner your attention. Look at me, I cry to your ailing spirit and despondent flesh. Look at me. If you were to look up, you would see that I am a mirror of your own being, your light, your heart, your spirit, your all. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there's a letting go taking place, and you're frightened and uncertain sometimes. But you make this mean something that it doesn't. It means that you are to turn your head away from what is dying. Do this gently but firmly. Turn your head towards what's living. Look at me. I will show you truth, and you shall laugh your deepest belly laughter with so much glee, sharing in my secret that the only force at work in your life is unconditionally loving divinity. I see you in a divine wild child and sacred heart. You have gumption, chutzpah, guts. You dare to love where others only see pain. You dare to believe that everything will somehow work out with others, or where others only see what they judge to be wrong. You see love where others ply fear. You seek freedom where the world still buys into manipulation and propaganda. Don't lose heart, beloved wild child. Dare to believe you are right to do so. It's the divine rebel in you that refuses to surrender hope. Give up the fight, perhaps, the battle that comes from a place of fear, but never give up your hope. That hope in your heart, that optimism and patience for growth into love, creates a light within you that helps the world see through darkness. It becomes a candle that shimmers contentedly upon the windowsill of your heart temple. There it is, more obvious even in the darkness. The stars do appear to shine brighter at night, but don't become consumed by your nightmares. They will pass with the coming dawn, you'll see. Don't give them too much stock. Instead, put your attention towards that defiant candle of hope that burns. As is its nature and purpose within you. Can you sense its warmth, even in the presence of cold fear? It shall warm you now, and if not, then I come to remind you, you are a blazing angel. You're filled with holy fire, and you shall prevail. Oh, the joy of you, the expanse of you. You fill my own heart with your magnificent essence. I see and know the great beloved in you. There the great beloved is, looking out at me from behind your eyes. I see the candlelight of your heart temple flickering within your gaze. That is what the light of hope honors. The workings of the great beloved, so creative and crazed with love for you that all circumstances of your life, down to the tiniest detail, are evoked out of love. Love out of passionate desire takes you from despair into hope, from holding into letting go, from turning away to opening up. So the great beloved takes you across the moonlit ocean into the temple of the cosmic heart. Here, an eternal flame burns bright with hope, igniting the light within the hearts of all of humanity. You're being asked to trust, to gently lay to rest the suffering that has been, perhaps because of what you have labeled as the failure, the doubt, the losses and setbacks. They are so little in the greater scheme of you. Put them aside. Allow them to rot and become fertilizer for life. But do not try to keep them alive beyond their earthly expiry date, lest you become tainted or poisoned by the rot. Let them go and instead focus on what is alive now. Can you sense that before you is a great being of light, a greater pathway opening up? The truth is, blazing angel, this is the truth. Take the step. So easy it is when the light of the heart is felt within, reminding you of your own divine nature. The world is here for you to experience so that you may realize divinity in its majesty, mystery, and love, more so than ever. All serves that sacred purpose, so embrace it. Find your faith. Be at peace. Know that no matter what appears to be, all is well. You are so loved, it cannot even begin to be translated sufficiently into words, but it can be transmitted from my heart to yours, just as the sun catches dry tinder and sets it aflame. This oracle comes with a message for you. Arise. You have been downtrodden for long enough now. Perhaps you have been feeling defeated, put upon, underestimated, or walked over in mind, body, or spirit. by others or your own doubts and fears. Enough now. You are liberated through the hope in your heart, the defiant optimism that buoys your spirit and demands that you shall have your dawn. You shall rise like the sun and begin anew now. Step up. It's your time. It's your time. All of these things, all of these situations in your life have caused so many different things to be staged. Okay? Things have been prepared, things have been primed, and you're needing to take your rightful place. What is that rightful place? I do not know. You have to determine on your own terms, in your own time, in your own way, what place your soul is referring to. I have an inkling it's your life. Taking your rightful place in your life. Allowing yourself to be exactly who you are. And who are you? That's for you to rediscover. How do you rediscover it? By truly living your life, not with any preconceived notions of who and what you are, or where that path will take you, how that path will unfold, or all of that is just bullshit. All of that is bullshit. A large portion of what you're encouraged to believe by spiritual people, galactic people, this whole thing of like, you need to identify as a light worker, light warrior, star seed, as some sort of galactic race, all of that is propagated so that you can further separate yourself from your human existence. How can you be a whole person when you've convinced yourself your soul wants nothing to do with your body? You can't. You can't. All draconian measures are very beautifully veiled. Beautifully veiled. Think in terms of layers of French lace. Okay? French lace layered upon silk. Silk and what else? Satin. Layers upon layers, creating textures and movement. These textures and the movement of the fabric are designed in such a way to bring your attention to specific areas of the body. And I mean, most humans would be like, oh, that makes that look good. It makes that look good. Oh, yes. The draping of it, the textures of the fabric, it looks expensive. Little did you know, that's all to detract from you giving attention to the places that need it. While you pay attention to the fact that, ooh, this dress makes my ass look good, you fail to realize you've been bound across your chest. You fail to realize and notice the things that you need to, because you're so focused on paying attention to what that design is telling you to pay attention to. That's how draconians work. They give you enough truth for it to resonate. And as soon as you begin to feel resonance, they then begin to feed you the bullshit. You don't need to identify with anything outside of your life as it is right now. Your life as it is right now. Even Barry can't say anything about this. He's just like dumbfounded, aren't you? Dumbfounded that we have pretty much all fallen for this. We have allowed the programs to propagate. They've taken root. We now think it's not enough to be a human being. We have to be able to identify as something other than. If I needed to identify as something other than a human being, why am I in a human body right now? Why? Because right now I need to be a human, having a human experience, living within the limitations that I set for myself. The only limitations that exist for me are the ones that I set for myself. And how do I set those limitations? Well, it's whatever I believe. Like, Emmie, no, we should have no limits. Okay, toddler headed towards a fucking meltdown. When toddlers are not taught their limitations, they tend to have fucking meltdowns pretty regularly. I have one of my kids who, when they were a toddler, it was very difficult for them to self-regulate. How is this expressed? Well, when they get tired, they become hyperactive as fuck. Hyperactive as fuck. Cannot control themselves. Excuse me. So what was my job as their parent? You want some? Me first. Wow. It's good. What was my job as their parent? Fix yourself, bruh. Fix yourself. What was my job as their parent, guys? To yell at them? No. To teach them what their healthy limitation is. That means when I notice, I don't dictate to you, okay? I don't dictate to you. What I used to tell my kid is, he's a toddler. Oh, girl, just because you don't have etheric view does not mean you tell him he has no hair. You have hair. You're handsome. Anyways, I would tell my toddler, okay, do you notice how you're behaving right now? Like, it's hard to not move, right? Okay, notice how your body feels. That's your body telling you that you're tired. Do you want to rest? I gotta move, mommy. I think your body's telling you that you're tired. Come here, I'll hold you. I'll help you to calm down. I'll help you to kind of relax your body, and then you'll fall asleep. Trust me. Every single time. Hold him for a little bit, and when I look back down, oh, he's snoring. He's snoring. He's snoring. And now that he's much, much older, when he starts to feel fidgety, he's like, you know what? My body's telling me I'm tired. I got to go to bed. Okay. He learned to self-regulate. He learned to self-regulate because he was taught and encouraged to be fully present in the physical form. My kids are fucking badasses. 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 And all they needed was the support to embrace who they are, embrace their journey, their path. Maybe that's all you needed, but you didn't have parents who were aware enough to help you realize this. You do not have to be angry with your parents anymore. You know why? You can exist without their apology. You're strong enough to self-regulate now. You're old enough, mature enough to self-regulate. You no longer have to depend on an adult outside of yourself. Learn what your limits are. And it's okay for you to challenge those limits and see how far you can go before returning back to homeostasis, to your center point. One final thing to share. When you allow yourself to be pulled so far from center because you allow someone to convince you, this is what I need to be, this is the goal, right here is the goal. and your center's over here. That can't be forever maintained. You think once you release, you're just going to drift back to center? No, like a rubber band, you're going to smack yourself. You're going to smack yourself. And that's your reality check. Those are the things you struggle through. That smack is representative of the shit you've allowed people to get away with, and now you're being made aware that corrections need to happen. So correct it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with correcting it? Well, I don't want to violate someone else's sovereignty. They're not fucking sovereign if they're trying to enter your field. That's not an act of a sovereign. That's not an act of a sovereign. That is not an act of a sovereign. You cannot love someone into sovereignty. You can enable their malicious, malignant behaviors with that logic. Oh no, Emmie, that is so not evolved. We have to know. Hurt people hurt people. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Barry. Are they fucking joking right now? Barry, please answer me. Barry, I'm going to need you to no, Barry, I need to speak. Barry, no. Hold the phone. Okay, Barry, tell me. What? Right. Right. No, we don't need to protect people just because they went through shit. All of us have gone through something throughout our childhood, right? Right? High five. Okay? We've all been through something. I'm sick and tired of that. Hurt people hurt people. You're feeding the fucking monster. Okay? I finally learned. Hurt people hurt people. So when I identify you as someone who's hurt and not actually in the process of healing that hurt, you're going to be quarantined. Because I'm not going to be your next victim. I'm good. Oh, but you need to learn. Yeah, from someone else. From someone else. No, I'm not going to be your teacher. I'm sorry, but fuck you. You're the only one I want to learn from. Yeah, I really don't give a shit. The fact that I'm telling you that I need you to go away and you're telling me you're not going away because I'm the only person you will allow, you're violating my sovereignty at this point. And that serves as further evidence that you will continue to violate my sovereignty. Do I need to allow that? Because when I allow it, I'm giving passive permission. If I'm giving passive permission, aren't I basically encouraging you to do more, take it further? I don't think so. I don't think so. Barry. Don't spill shit, okay? Hold on, Barry. Hold on, Barry. Stop moving. Barry's gonna cleanse you motherfuckers right now. This is real fire. Don't fuck around, Barry. We're gonna burn. I'm just saying. Okay. You need some cleansing. Look. Barry says, I wish a motherfucker would. We wish a motherfucker wouldn't. We wish a motherfucker wouldn't. Get out of here, Barry. Get out of here. Patty cake. Patty cake. you too, Barry. Actually, hug me. It's okay. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. No shame. Look at them in the face. What the fuck happened to your jaw? These kids have been so rough with you, Barry. I am so sorry. I don't have anything. Oh, Lord. There. Oh, it is still opening. I'm sorry, Barry. We've had him for a few years, and he's kind of injured now. He's kind of injured now. He's just... There. We just fix you, okay? You're gonna be fine, Barry. You're a motherfucking goonie. Goonies are fearless. They're fearless. So, just your pants, dude. Your pants. Your pants. My kids went through my clothes and they said Barry needed clothes. And so I like, oh, he could be a goonie. And then what size are these? These pants. Oh, Barry. Oh, Barry. All right, guys, I got to get going. Barry will not be joining for the live stream later. I'm going to be auctioning off quite a few of my crystal pieces. This is from my personal collection. And the things that I auction off, you'll have the opportunity to bid on them. We'll explain the process once I go live later on today, 4:30 p.m. My husband asked me this morning, what time is the auction? And I said 4:30 p.m. PTSD. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. It's going to be a live auction, so you can bid in the comments. And what we'll do, because, there's no real way for us to message people, we will give you a link in the comments, and it'll basically be a deposit for whatever item you won. It's not going to be a huge amount for the deposit, but with that deposit, we'll be able to have your payment info, and we can send you the full-on invoice for whatever amount. And you can win more than one thing. All the pieces that will be up for auction, these are pieces that I will calibrate for your specific frequency signature. I was thinking, instead of programming the crystal item with, for protection or for ascension or whatever, what I'm going to do is program it so you'll basically have your own personal Emmie there. So say a week after it arrives, instead of protection, you now need ascension mechanic assistance. The crystal will know and will assist you without you having to ask. It will be programmed to know exactly what you need when you need it. And I used to do this all the time when I would auction things every week. And it was this thing of, I program the crystal to anticipate what you need accurately, to anticipate what you need, so that you don't have to be, fully aware and have to ask, and what if I don't ask and I won't be protected? No. And when I used to do this, a large portion of the people who would receive these items first, they would tell me that if the package arrives while they're not home, as they pull up to their house, they're like, I don't know, it felt like you were standing at my doorway. No, I'm not. Yeah. And they felt like I was just hiding in the box waiting to pop out. So that's one of the most common types of messages I would get. And then secondly, they would tell me that they felt very safe and very supported. They would say specifically, I feel like I have my own personal Emmie in the house. I'm like, oh, well, that's good, I think. I got attitude, so I don't know if you want that. But the crystals never have attitude. The more you handle them, because they're programmed for you and only you, the more they will bond with you. And the more they bond with you, the more they'll know and anticipate what you need without you even knowing. Without you even knowing. So another thing that I want to say, these crystals, they're encrypted. That means it doesn't matter who holds them or whatever. They cannot be seeded by something else. They cannot. If something else is going to seed it, it will not allow my energy to be harnessed. My energy will naturally come back to me. But you have to be full on possessed for that to happen. Or someone who is like full on possessed has to handle the crystals and try to intentionally seed it with demonic shit. So it's worked out pretty well. I'm honestly not even sure why I stopped doing auctions. But yeah, I used to do auctions every weekend on Facebook. I used to do auctions all the time. I used to always have swords available. I don't know if I'm going to be auctioning swords today. I'm really protective of the swords. I'm really, really protective of the swords. And I'm going to be honest, if it's not a match, I won't complete the sale. I won't. You'll be refunded your money, and I won't allow you to purchase a sword. These swords all have their own personality. They all already belong to someone. Sometimes I'm aware of who, sometimes I'm not. But I have been known in the past to be like, oh, no, please stop bidding. No, this is not your new sword, baby. Please stop bidding. Nope, you cannot have this one. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see with the swords. Maybe I'll have one available. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But please try and come back and join me. You definitely don't have to purchase anything, but I think it'd be fun. It'd be really, really fun for you to be able to see like some of my crystal collection, and if something calls to you, see how it goes. Okay. See how it goes. So yeah, all of these crystals, well, some of them I've had a lot longer than others, a lot longer. No matter when I've gotten it, no matter where I travel, once it's my crystal, it travels with me. Like literally, it travels with me. My poor husband has to lug around several hundred pounds of rocks. Yeah, several hundred pounds of rocks. So, it's all of those things. All of those things, you just kind of need to get a feel for what calls to you and what doesn't. My ex is holding all my crystals hostage. Let him keep them. They're seated with his energy. Start a new collection, one that doesn't remind you of what your ex put you through. Sometimes when we go through things that are very, very severe, very, very hurtful and harmful, it gets burned into the items that we are near. It gets etched into the walls. The walls are made of gypsum. That's kind of like a type of selenite, one of the most easily programmed stones. So when you enter in someone's house, like a dwelling, and bad things have happened there, you can feel it. If you're sensitive to energy, you can feel it. My family, like my husband and I and my kids, our kids, we are all very, very close. We are a very close-knit family. We like to be in the same room, all piled up, all of us, regardless of how big the house is. With that, whenever someone comes into a place that we've occupied for any length of time, one of the first things that people say is, oh my God, it feels so loving in here, because that's what's embedded in the walls. Okay, let him keep those crystals. Let him keep those crystals. He never needed them anyways. I hope you feel that, Eliza. I hope you understand to the deepest core of you. Let him keep whatever will keep you bound to him. And may those rocks facilitate his sinking. Say that to yourself. Let him know you can keep them. When you deal with a narcissist, one of the most malicious things you can do to a narcissist is make them irrelevant. when they're irrelevant. That drives them wild. That drives them wild. You want my shoes too? Okay. You want the purses that go with that? I always figured you were into that, but I mean, maybe you could cut the toe portion off so it fit your foot. Keep it. Keep my purses, keep my shoes. You want the jewelry too? Keep that too. You want all my clothes? Perfect reason for me to get a whole new wardrobe. What else do you want? I mean, whatever cost, whatever you need to take to be rid of you, just take it. That's fine. Just take it. Take it all. Narcissists hate that. Narcissists hate that. The narcissists that I've dealt with, like, take it. Go ahead. Like, you're truly irrelevant in my life. You need a material thing? I mean, you're going to need a lot of material things to fill up the absence that I leave, that huge gaping void. Good luck. Let me help you. Keep all my shit. Keep it all. I could always buy more. Just like I'm replacing you right now. I can replace those items just as easily as I will replace you. They don't like that. They don't like that. But here's the thing. Neither Barry nor I give a shit what they like. We don't. We really, really don't. All we need to do is give a shit about how they can physically access us. And that's it. Don't ever give them physical access to you. If they still have physical access to you, be very, very careful. And I'm glad you went and got court-ordered stuff. That creates an absolute history documentation. Oh, an ex that I left everything, dressed his new girlfriend with my things. Just goes to show, Liz, he needed to fill that void. You were such a huge part of his existence that he couldn't not be without you, so he found a proxy. That's none of our business. You know? It's none of our business. Right? I'm just saying, let him keep everything. Let him keep everything. Okay, I gotta go. Hobble him. Oh, shit. Barry, no. I will never hobble you. Have you guys seen Misery? Oh, shit. Ooh. I had to testify all the... Yeah. Yeah. You need to. You need to. I'm wondering if I need to do that as well. I don't know. I need to do all the things that I need to do. And again, you guys, I'm going to be having multiple auctions. And with those multiple auctions, I will try to have as wide a range of items as I possibly can to fit different budgets. And I want you guys to know right from the start, all of the proceeds from anything I auction will absolutely go towards any legal battles that I have to fight. And I say that without shame, without hesitation. This is what I'm selling my crystals for. Now, I've always felt like at some point these crystals were to go to a new home. Okay? Many of these were purchased with the knowing their inventory, but I've kept them like my personal collection. And now I understand why I could never let them go until now. I could never let them go until now. Now I'm willing to. This feels right. It feels right to me to let go of this heavy thing that I keep with me in exchange for me fighting for myself. That's a new thing for me. It's a very new thing for me. And if I can find the courage within myself to do new things for myself, to find higher and deeper levels of courage, I feel like you can as well. There's no reason you can't. We just like to convince ourselves that we can't. We absolutely can. We absolutely can. Now, I'm pretty sure I can actually start a legal battle now without any auctions. I'm sure I can. So then, Emmie, why are you having an auction? Because this is part of my soul purging this need to hold on to the heavy things. This is me in the act of preparing to go all the fucking way. All the fucking way. All the fucking way. It's okay for me to finally let go of the things that were never meant to be mine long term. Like I said, many of these crystals I purchased knowing they were never to stay with me for my whole life. Many of these crystals, I knew I am not their mama, but I will love them until their mama or papa come along. I do. I really love them. I really, really love these crystals. Many of them have been with me for years. Years, knowing they don't belong to me. It's growth. It's growth. I'm growing. And you are too. And so for everyone that is able to secure a crystal for themselves, it will be programmed to support you in the way that I would. If I lived with you, the way I would support you, yeah. I don't have any doubts. Anyone that I share space with, fuck yeah. Absolutely. I don't care if I just met you in the store. I see someone fucking with you. Nope. Now you're going to be fucking with both of us. This one bites. I don't just bark. I actually fucking bite. I'm the type of chihuahua, because I used to have a chihuahua like this. This little fucker never growled. He would have his ears all droopy, and he'd like shaking, and he wouldn't look at you. And I would tell people, oh, no, don't touch him. He bites. Oh, but he's so small. He's just scared. Ooh, when you're close enough, oh, he doesn't just bite you to warn you. He's out for fucking blood. And he doesn't growl. Not until he actually makes contact with your skin. Then he's snarling. I had a chihuahua named Killer. And that's what he would do. He wouldn't growl to warn you. He would just attack you. He is my spirit animal. If you're within range, I'm just saying, if you are within range, take several steps back. Several steps back. All right, guys, I really for sure got to go now. Catch me later at 4:30 p.m. PTSD. PST. California time. 4:30 p.m. California time. I will be here. I already have the link up on my channel. And all you have to do is show up. Okay. And we'll go over again, like how it's going to work. And we will see how this goes. This is a challenge for me, you guys. Knowing some of these babies are graduating and moving off to college to dorm with you. It's okay. Everything needs the space and the time to grow. And when it's grown, it needs the kind of love that will empower its flight. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you later on. Come back and join me, even if you're not interested in purchasing any crystals. Hey, share space with me. It's always fun. It's always fun. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye.